period like that.
And I'm sure that Saints fans right around the country are feeling the same way as the Doc. Well, the last time Carlton won at the Western Oval was in 1982, and their form going into yesterday's match was hardly convincing. But they did have a win on the board. Footscray, on the other hand, had suffered 2 big hidings to start the season, so belief in a hoodoo over the Blues was at least something to cling to. The customary wind to the Geelong Road end was a gale, and kicking with it in the first quarter, Carlton are just 16 points up 20 minutes in.
50, 60 metres around from the Carlton goal. Quick kick out by Glascott towards centre half forward. Royal, a kick out of the pack. Goes towards Dorotich. Comes striding through. Slips the handball towards Bradley. It's a little too far. Wallace out towards the half forward area. McGuinness leads in the race for the ball. Glascott the chaser for the Blues. McGuinness does well. Round onto the right foot. Kicks it into the pocket. Mark taken by Petraglia. Kicks it up to full forward. Beasley over the top. Can he get his foot to the ball? He's caught. Handball's out. It comes to James. James, second kick in league football is a goal. Brilliant play by James. And the Footscray players surround him to congratulate the young fellow. And Footscray's second goal on the board at the 22-minute mark of the first quarter. Carlton 3-4. Footscray 2 goals straight.
Here it is again. Beasley well out in front of his opponent, Dean. Ran into a lot of trouble, but James backed him up with good play. Sidestepped his Carlton opponent and put it through. He looks a good prospect, James. And Carlton in a lot of trouble.
Purser wins the tap. Petraglia throws his body in. Carlton away. Good defence there from Maloney, but on the ground it's all Carlton. Dennis played a good first quarter. Bradley squaring left foot. Out comes Silvagni, knocked away from it. Chance now for Murphy. Busts one. Snap. Yes! Fraser Murphy bouncing off tackles there, and when he gets near the goals, there's not much stopping the pocket battleship. First goal from his second kick. And he read that very well, Bernie.
Yeah, he's very dangerous around goals, Fraser Murphy, but Carlton only 2 goals 4 in front with the advantage of a 6-7 goal breeze. It's not enough at this stage.
Well, the last 5 or 6 minutes of a quarter can be very, very important, and never more so in this match. The bounce favours Madden. He hand kick centre half forward. Footscray under pressure. Kernahan. No one can break clear. Murphy on the bottom of the pack for the Blues. And the ball will be bounced at centre half forward.
Number 4 is Kernahan, but Purser wins the tap. Foster sold the dummy nicely to Gleeson. Carlton favoured here. Dorotich. Oh, he's taken the mark. I thought Motley was going to spoil him. Oh, smothered by Atkins. He can get it back there towards Cousins, but he didn't bend down enough. It's Alvin who's got it to Madden. Not delivering the ball forward very well, the Blues at the moment. Evans caught high. Bernie Evans inside the centre square. The pass is a good one. Oh, should have held back Sartori. Right. Bundles it out. Chance now for the snap from Gleeson. A throw in. Into time on by a minute. And the difference in favour of Carlton. 16 points they lead by.
Cousins off and Vilchin's on for Footscray at the 29-minute mark. Throw in. Carlton's kicking leaves a lot to be desired. Quick kick out of the pack to half forward, and the mark taken, fortunately for the Blues, by Gleeson. And in this situation, coming up for his 9th possession, Gleeson should be able to kick the distance, but just this tricky breeze, the problem confronting him. Gleeson comes in, shoots for goal. It's a good-looking kick. Has it swung after or before? It swung before, and the goal umpire signals a behind of the Carlton side. 4-5-29. Footscray 2 goals, 12 points.
Goals down that end, not easy to kick either, Bernie.
No, well, it's very strong, that breeze, and it does drag him right across there too.
Kennedy to the defensive side. The ball's falling short. Madden knocked off it easily by Purser. The big fellow on hands and knees. Feeds it out there towards McGuinness. Soccer off the ground to McPherson. Quick hands, but too low for McGuinness. Lets Glascott in from 45 metres. The wind will bring it around. Right on the line, Ricky Kennedy, the captain, prevents a certain goal. Bulldog mouths, hearts now from mouths back in their rightful position. The difference, 28 points. Rather, 18, as the man left on his own is forward.
Ford plays on, kicks with the left foot to half-back. Evans can't mark. Quickly attended by Cronin. And the umpire decides on a bounce 60 metres around from the Carlton goal. On Kernahan's shoulder was Purser, according to the umpire, and the big Carlton captain will take the free kick. He kicks it towards the front of the square, or pushed in the back, but it's all good fortune for the Blues because the mark's been taken behind by Dennis. And Dennis, one of Carlton's new players, his 5th possession coming up. A chance to kick a badly needed goal for the Blues. They're kicking with the aid of a very strong breeze, the Blues. Dennis comes in, very deliberate, punts for goal and puts it through. And the Blues go on, 5-6-36, leading Footscray, 2 straight goals, 12 points.
Throw in on half forward. We'll spare you the pain of watching any of the second quarter where neither side could manage a goal, and pick it up 2 minutes into the third quarter where Carlton lead by 29 points.
Through comes Royal, 12 or 13 possessions so far in the match. Round close to the boundary line. Kicks it up towards the wing area, but it floats over the boundary line on the full. 14 kicks to Brian Royal, and unfortunately that one results in a free kick to the Carlton side. The Carlton brains trust Robert Walls, Rodney Ashman. The ball up towards centre half forward at the back. No one can take the mark. Murphy throws himself on the football. Foster in towards the centre. Motley looks good every time he goes near the ball. Meldrum, poor effort by Meldrum. Cronin tackled by Rode. Meldrum after it again. Gets the handball out clear. Half forward flank area. Motley again. Left foot kick towards full forward. Silvagni! What a mark by SOS. Stephen Silvagni, 35 metres out. A slight angle. Second mark to Stephen. And the Blues could go further ahead. 5th kick coming up. Yet to kick a goal. He spent all of his time up this end of the ground, the second quarter, loose man in defence. Silvagni comes in. It's not a bad looking kick either. Straight through the centre, and he did it well to post Carlton's 7th goal. There's 7 goals, 9, 51, Footscray, 2-4-16.
And isn't Silvagni an impressive player? He can play either at full back or full forward. He can play just about anywhere over the ground. And he had a perfect ride in there, run in to get the sit on Rick Kennedy. Nothing much Kennedy could do about that one, and Silvagni registers his first goal for the game.
So dual headaches down there for the Carlton, the Footscray defence with Sartori and Silvagni, the 2 S's. Could be an SOS out to the bench shortly. As Purser's tap towards the umpire seemed a bad bounce for Gleeson, but Bradley's there. He's got explosive pace over the first 5 or 6 metres. And in front, Kennedy backed his judgment, did it well. Oh, Carlton, Gleeson can't quite pick up the catch in front of his 3rd slip. Thrown midway between wing and half forward for Carlton. Spectators out there having trouble with the sun, employing all means. No one really wins it from the ruck. Foster has it taken away by Johnson. He was determined, but really couldn't break through there. McPherson's handball to Purser. Not a good kick, but it finds Petraglia. Kennedy making sure he can't play on. Brought back a metre or 2. Petraglia goes high. Atkins, 3 to beat. Oh, look at the hand there. Great work from Glascott. Dorotich, Alvin, good support from Carlton. It's been evident in the last half. Oh, great grab, Gleeson. This little fellow got great spring. The kick not so good. Finds its target eventually in Meldrum. Bradley, Road now. He's got a paddock in front of him. Out to Motley. 55 metres. Peter Motley can go for home. Great goal. Superb team play from Carlton, and look at them, all that were involved in that move, up on the wing to congratulate the man who was on the end of it, Peter Motley.
And there it is, out to Motley again. He's had a shot from 55 metres out with the wind. He's made the distance very easily in the end. And really, that's been the first passage of play we've seen that Carlton have got the ball moving from out of the back line, ran it through the centre and ended up with an easy goal.
Well, there was certainly some good unselfish play there by a few Carlton players, and that's what's needed. Good teamwork. Wins matches by big margins. Madden gets the tap out. McPherson for Footscray, kicks it up towards centre-half forward. But here's that man, Meldrum, and he's done it again out towards Bradley, and he took a great mark in front of Wallace. Under a lot of pressure, and he did it well. Yeah. The ex-South Australian, fourth mark, and a 15-metre penalty. And he goes straight for the square. Good mark at full-back. Play on. Kernahan. Left foot snaps offline.
Umpire, please. That was a mark to Footscray, surely. He had it in his hands, and the Footscray playing, the Carlton player knocked it out of his hands, but he certainly had the grab, and he had his hands on it and was holding it when when the Carlton player knocked it out.
And didn't Peter Foster let the umpire know about it too? Kennedy back into play. Mark taken, yes. Good grab by Eccleston, who's on the dock on half-back. Towards the wing for McPherson. Almost marked in front of Alvin. Good play. Cousins handball to the speedy McGuinness. Can go over the top. Goes inside instead. Oh, well gathered there. Handball onto James. 50 metres out. He's going to run it right up. Oh, it looked more like a pass than a shot at goal. Unless they've got it up forward. But there's some men fleet of foot in that Footscray lineup. So it didn't end up in the desired result.
Boundary throw in, Madden in front. Over the back, Cousins. No one can take the ball. Kennedy, quick kick out. Bradley, good mark, play on. There he goes again with that pace. Doesn't mess about, goes to centre-half forward with a long one. Over Dennis's head. Johnston, carrying an arm injury. Does it well, does the tackling. Fraser Murphy frustrates the Footscray defence. Over the top, Silvagni. Chance for Baxter, who tidies up and kicks it out towards the wing area, and the mark's taken by Wallace. Wallace for the Bulldogs at half-back.
Looking for Cousins. Oh, over the top, Dorotich. That could have almost taken the mark there, but so intent was he on preventing Purser from marking. The fist was the only thing in his thoughts. Succeeded in putting it over. We've played 9.5 minutes. The Blues looking the goods at the moment. Dorotich again. Not a good bounce. Petraglia beats 3. Squares the ball. Favourite here is Motley. Hits him on the head. Goes back up from Melbourne. Good vision. Gleeson in the middle. Goes long. Kernahan front position on Foster. Silvagni back towards Kernahan. Caught well. Nowhere for him to go, and Foster will get the ball. Advantage now paid. He took off from in front of the mark, but it's let go. Kick over towards Eccleston, but he's outmarked by Rode.
Rode in the centre for the Blues. Bernie Evans warming up on the boundary line. He's been on the interchange bench for a quarter and a bit now. Rhodes kicked the centre half forward. No mark taken.
Oh, it's got to be a free kick. Got to be a free, Robbo. Kernahan was slung round the neck against Foster, I think it was. But definitely a free kick there to Kernahan.
Directly in front, his 6th kick coming up. A chance to kick his first goal, and Carlton's 9th. The Blues leading by 42 points. 58 plays 16. 11 minutes into the third quarter as the Carlton skipper punts for goal, and he's kicked a big goal for the Blues. It's their 9th, 9-10, 64, and Footscray 2-4-16. And while that was happening, we saw Wayne Johnston come off the ground and Bernie Evans go back on.
Here it is again now. We can see the ball kicked down to the forward line. Kernahan flies for the ball. There it was. No, it was Rick Kennedy. Rick Kennedy was the culprit. Grabbed Kernahan round the neck and slung him to the ground.
Oh, good work from Dean. Read that beautifully to take it from Madden. Left foot kick forward by Gleeson. Running loose. Chance for Silvagni. Oh, swings it back beautifully for Kernahan. Couldn't get the boot to it, but Murphy goals.
Clever play, Silvagni. Set that goal up beautifully when it looked like it was running out of bounds. Tapped it back behind him. Kernahan fumbled, but Fraser Murphy was there to clean up. Here it is now. Silvagni, beautiful play. Back to Kernahan. Slight fumble, but the ever alert Fraser Murphy comes in and snaps a beautiful left foot goal. That's his second goal, Murphy, and Carlton looking a lot better this quarter.
Back in the goal square, it's on. Kennedy and Kernahan. Silvagni splits them, but not for long.
It's unusual for Rick Kennedy to be causing any trouble. Such a mild-mannered fellow, Rick, but
two captains.
Something's upsetting. Probably standing on Kernahan's toes, knowing Rick.
Young Aitken warming up on the bench for the Blues, and Carlton lead now extended to 54 points. 70 plays 16, 13 minutes into the third quarter, and the Blues have kicked 5 goals in this third quarter.
Purser favoured by the bounce, but Bradley up well. Oh, Baxter nowhere to go. Was it forward? Baxter, but the umpire has given the free. Wallace has taken it. Out to forward. Oh, not a good bounce. Rhys Jones has support. Bradley, umpire would have given the free kick. Bradley can go for home from 70 metres. That's the wrong side. They're peppering the goals now, the Carlton forwards. Footscray powerless to withstand them at the moment. We've played 14 minutes. Ball put back into play by Wright.
Wright's kick out towards half-forward members' side. No one can really control the football, and it just trundles over the boundary line for a throw-in right alongside that 50-metre line. Sartori gets the punch on. Footscray under a bit of pressure. Poor kick out of defence finds Madden, and the big ruckman takes the mark. He plays on, kicks it in towards full forward. It goes to the back of the pack. Kennedy leads Kernahan. The two skippers. Kernahan pressuring Kennedy, and he succeeds in keeping the ball in the scoring zone for the Blues. No free kick given. Boundary throw in some 20 metres around from the Carlton goal.
Sartori's tap's a good one. Fraser Murphy coming in. McPherson loses it. Evans, he's copped too high there. He's broken it. Silvagni. Stephen Silvagni, 20 metres, 45-degree angle. Coming up for his 9th possession. And one would think a vain attempt by the Footscray cheer squad to put him off. He started out a little left. Does that to a nicety. 2 goals, Stephen Silvagni. And in the term, 6 for Carlton.
Yes, we're only at the 15-minute mark, so they've got 6 quick goals after only being able to kick 5 for the entire first half. But the Carlton forward line is now functioning a lot better. Silvagni's playing at centre-half forward. Kernahan's gone to full forward. And he's enjoying the freedom that he's found that since he's been switched out to centre-half forward.
Bounce of the ball in the centre. Madden. Here's Bradley streaming through centre half forward. One bounce. He'll bang it towards goal. Offline. Into the pocket. Ball hits the ground. Murphy. Oh, he crashes into Silvagni. Kicks it off the ground for a goal. Well, there wasn't much talking. I think Fraser Murphy was desperate to get the ball.
Yeah, great stuff, Murphy. He showed tremendous desperation to get there. Here it is again now.
He tried to put the slipper in for the first time.
Yeah, he nearly kicked Silvagni's legs off, but managed to get it past him. and ended up kicking his third goal. But good desperation stuff by Silvagni too, because he could see Murphy coming there. And that boot was precariously close to his leg.
Coming. Did he think he'd try and put the slipper into it? Well, Michael Malthouse with pretty big headache now. Carlton really starting to roll. Madden. Meldrum. Good skills. Reece Jones. Lovely handball. Gleeson. High looking for the mark from Silvagni. Throw in about 5 metres around from the Carlton goal. They've really worked this wind out now. They lead by 67 points. We've played 17 minutes into the third term, so a lot of time yet for Footscray to withstand.
Sartori over the top, ineffective tap out. Here's Dennis, breaks clear. Kick over the top into the square. Silvagni at the back, it might go through. It's over the pack, and another goal to the Blues, kicked by Dennis. A beautiful kick, and the wind did the rest. His second goal, and Carlton go further ahead.
What a quarter for Carlton. Here's Dennis showing a ton of pace. Got around the Footscray defenders very easily. Kicked a high ball. Silvagni did well. He shoved it out. Behind the umpire, the umpire's vision probably. May have been a free kick even, but never mind. It's another goal to Carlton.
73-point leaders. Gleeson doing very well. Murphy's down. Kennedy tackled by Kernahan. Here's Murphy again. Oh, great skills to Meldrum. Another one. And the Blues ended up kicking 10 goals, 6 to 1 goal in that term to lead by 83 points at three-quarter time. At least the Sprays got a goal in that quarter. In the second, with the Breeze, they could only add 4 behinds. Carlton could only kick 2 behinds in a quarter that perhaps is one of the worst seen in VFL football. After that, it was all the Blues. They even outscored Footscray against the Breeze in the last term to win by 87 points. Stephen Silvagni, top goal kicker of the day with 5. Murphy and Sartori, 3 apiece. And Simon Beasley, from limited opportunities up forward for Footscray, kicked 3 goals too out of their final tally of 5 goals, 10. Well, the scene in the Carlton rooms after the match was a joyful one. The atmosphere was tinged with a feeling of relief. Even coach Robbie Walls was breathing easier.
You know, our recent form hadn't been that good. And the players were very much aware of it, and we'd worked hard through the week, and I felt that regardless of what happened today on the scoreboard, that we'd have a good go at it. And in the, well, I thought we played reasonably well all day. We had a purple patch in the third quarter when we kicked 10 goals, and I also was very happy that our last quarter against the Breeze, we managed to outscore Footscray, and I thought that was just showed a lot of professionalism on behalf of the players, that after a good third quarter and being 10 goals up, that they stuck at it and finished the game out very well.
Well, some of your players who have been criticised, high-price recruits such as Motley and Bradley, seem to come good today. Can you look forward to a better 87 from the likes of those players?
Well, I think that, to me, the pleasing thing about today was that we played as a team. And we really worked hard for each other, and we shared the ball and shared the body. And I thought that everybody contributed. And you know, you mentioned those players. You know, they played well. It was also good to see players who were fairly new to our side, such as Adrian, Gleeson, and Richard Dennis, who are only in their second games of league football. I thought they really did well.
Can the Blues deliver that sort of performance against a top team now? That's the question that remains to be answered. VFL Park is